Hi, I'm Ashley Selman, owner of Evolution Trainers in Mountain View, California, and I'm here today with Lisa Ingalls, who is an expert in mind and body programs. She is the owner of Interstate Coaching, and she's also created a program called Pranayama Running. And I'm excited to hear a little bit more about this program, because what it does is it takes breathing and applies it into our workouts, which I just think is genius. You know, we've talked a little bit about breathing, and I understand why it's so important, but it's like, what can we do to really add that into our workouts to get the benefits you're talking about?
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. I think for many, many years, I've been teaching my athletes and my clients how to incorporate proper breathing techniques into their workouts. And in particular, I'm a runner. I'm an endurance sport athlete, runner, cyclist, swimmer. So it's intrigued me, this idea of the breath, and how do we bring this into our workouts.
Yep.
And there aren't really any coaches coaching this, so it was my own journey in figuring this out. But in our last segment, we talked about how to breathe correctly, which we talked about the paradoxical breathing, which was that bringing the incorrect breathing pattern versus the deep diaphragmatic breathing.
Right.
So in your workouts, how can you start to bring this breathing correctly into your workouts? Well, number one might sound really, really strange to you, but it is to breathe nasal breathing. Have you ever tried that?
I don't know. Probably not in my workouts, no.
So nasal breathing means breathing, both inhaling and exhaling only through your nose. So keeping your mouth shut. Now there's a ton of benefits to only nasal breathing versus mouth breathing. One being that if you're breathing through your mouth, you will naturally have a shallow breath, which does that paradoxical breathing that we talked about last time. Whereas if you're breathing through your nose only, you get a deep breath and you're utilizing your oxygen a lot better. Now, how do you bring this into a workout though? Because it seems really, really strange. And this could be, I've almost written a book on this. So I'll keep it really brief and short. You want to take it very, you start out very slow, and I work mostly with runners and cyclists.
Okay.
So the way to do this is to breathe only through the nose, but use that deep diaphragmatic breath that I taught you in our last segment that we did. Now, inevitably, people will go out and try this. You'll watch this. You're going to try it and go, yeah, Lisa, that didn't work. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work, because most people try to do what you were talking about with the minimalist shoes. They go out for a full workout and try to just use these breathing techniques without transitioning, right? We need that transition.
Yeah, but we like that quick fix, Lisa.
I know. But, you know, does in the same way that the minimalist shoes, you need to work into them.
Yeah.
The same thing with the breath.
Makes sense.
What happens, Ashley, is that most of us have a very weak diaphragm muscle because we haven't been breathing correctly. So the diaphragm muscle is no different than any other muscle. If you're out in the gym going to lift weights, you wouldn't lift 100 pounds of bicep curls if you can't even lift 10 pounds. Well, then why would you go out and run for 6 miles or 10 miles trying to nasal breathe when you haven't strengthened that muscle? So my advice would be, start out small. Just do 1 minute of nasal breathing and then go back to your normal breath, and then do another minute of nasal breathing, gradually working up the strength of the diaphragm so that over time you can have success breathing correctly.
That's a great tip, and I like that analogy, and now that makes a lot more sense to me, of like, start out small, focus on it, and then over time, you know, start doing it more and more. And it also just clicked on the whole name of pranayama running, because I was thinking, when have I done nasal breathing before? And really, yoga is the only time I've done it. But I haven't thought about doing it in running or cycling or even other type of exercise. So I get the concept now, and it sounds great.
And just on pranayama running, pranayama is the Sanskrit word for breath control, and much of my, as you know, all of my programs are mind-body based, so I'm very, very inspired by yoga, no pun intended. So yes, the pranayama is a yoga breathing technique that I bring into the workouts.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, Lisa. That was very insightful, and I hope you guys got something out of that. I think Lisa's really onto something here, and as I said, it's becoming the buzz in the industry how important breath is, and I've known Lisa for a long time, and she's been doing this way before it became the buzz. So she really is an expert in this, and we appreciate all the insights today. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us today.